You hear screaming from the other room. Don't be alarmed. I had to confiscate a pair of my pantyhose because my toddlers were fighting over them. Pantyhose. So there's someone having a meltdown in the other room, but he'll be fine. He'll be distracted in about a couple minutes and he'll move on. So I was doing really good with my anxiety. Like, everything was going good. I could handle situations. The past couple days, I've just been so angry and snappy and just so frustrated. And it just got me thinking, do we ever get rid of this? Is there an end all to this? I'm not sure if I've discussed this before. I'm sure I have. Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure I have. I'm crazy. But it makes me wonder, really, is there no end to this insanity? Are we always to go into these cycles? Like, not even with medication or whatever. Will there be an end to this? Will there always be that just medications might make it a larger circle, so you'll have a larger spectrum of happiness, but wouldn't that make a larger spectrum of sadness too? And it's a really scary, horrible thought. Actually, it was one of the reasons I wrote a suicide note. I remember in my suicide note saying, there's no end to this. There's no end to these feelings, because even when they go away, they come back. And I can't deal with it. I want to stay happy. I want to stay in control of my own emotions and my body. But it feels like I have no control over it. And it's frightening, and it's frustrating, and it's... They're throwing things at the door now. At least my hair looks cool. I'm going to get a haircut. I already said. Anyways. It just makes me so angry and upset that there might never be an end to this madness in my life, in my head. Even when I take medication or do things that help relieve the pressure, or at least let me forget for a minute that I'm living in this constant hell that's in my brain and in my emotions and my feelings, it's never good enough. There's always an end to whatever I've done, and then I have to be greeted with reality, which is this messed up ball of Deborah inside of me that may never be sorted out. And I'm afraid to live this way for the rest of my life, because this is not a life worth living. No, I'm not suicidal or anything. I'm just really frustrated. It's been a frustrating couple days, and in the last bit of this week, I have a few social obligations that I'm not really looking forward to, because it's socializing, and I'm not good at socializing, and especially with adults. I can socialize with kids. Kids are cool sometimes. No, never mind. I don't like socializing with anybody. And I've been having really hard times with my body image lately, because I'm 4.5 months postpartum. I know it doesn't seem like a long time, but it's a long time for me, and my body hasn't bounced back at all. So I feel like I'm wearing a fat suit of Deborah Sealing. That's why I'm hiding my chin under there, because I can't stand this. This makes me feel so... I feel gigantic. Especially when Wheezy Waiter went on to his... I watched like part of his video today, and he mentioned how heavy he was, and I'm like, I'm only a little bit lighter than a full-grown man. And that did not make me happy. I mean, I'm sure he's a small man, but still, I should be a small woman. I've always had a hard time with my body image. I mean, I was anorexic for a lot of my years of my life, and so why? I have not had a break. They have been constantly fighting. I'm stressed out, and stress, I used to not eat when I was stressed, but I can't do that anymore because I'm breastfeeding, so I feel guilty if I don't eat. And then when I overeat because I'm stressed, I feel horrible because my face is getting so fat, my body is so fat, and I'm not trying to fat shame anybody either, because you should love your body no matter what size it is, because it's your body, and no one else should have any opinion on it. I know I'm supposed to love myself, but I just feel like I'm just this gigantic person that can't stop eating. I'm sorry for the kind of frustrating, depressing video, but this is like my last place to turn just to rant to the camera. And, you know, I know it will be welcomed with loving arms of my viewers, because you guys have never really let me down with your comments. Although they may be sparse now, I know they will come. More will come when I need them. But, life's been nuts. It's hard with 3 kids. It's hard trying to take care of an independent toddler, a toddler that's potty training because he never keeps his clothes on and he wants to pee all over the place. And a baby that just got his first tooth, so he's grumpy. And it's like, I just want to ignore them and hide away, but I can't because that's irresponsible. So I'm trying to spend time with them, but then housework piles up, and then I try to catch up with the housework, and then I feel bad for not spending time with my children. So it's like this vicious cycle of feeling guilty constantly. And it sucks, and I want to run away, but there's no place I want to run because it's freaking cold outside, so I don't even want to leave. I've been in my pajamas all day. Which just makes me feel like a fat, lazy mom. I'm upset with myself. I don't know, guys. That was weird. My lip stuck to my tooth, but I'm really nervous about my husband's Christmas party because I don't socialize with people very well, and especially when there's going to be drinking there. We don't drink, so, and I've never really been exposed to slightly or overly drunk people. I don't know what to expect. I just feel like I'm a child. I'm 26 and a half. I'll be 27 in February. And I've never really been around drunk people before, or drinking people. I've lived a very sheltered life. But it just makes me nervous because there is going to be alcohol there, and people there. I don't know. I've dragged this video on way too long, just sitting there making funny faces at the camera and just thinking. So I'll let you guys go. But just remember my words. I have to tell myself that a lot too. Things will get better. You just have to wait it out. Just hold on and just wait it out. And I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing good. And if not, rant below. This is a rant accepting place, because everybody needs to let it out. And if not, it just like beats at you. So let it out, guys. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.